So our last project dealt with formulas, and this project that we're going to be working on now deals more with functions. And functions are actually a little bit easier because Excel has done a lot of the work for you. All you really have to do is select the correct function that you want to use and give it a range of cells. All of the calculations, you know, the figuring out the algebraic order of evaluation, figuring out the arithmetic operators, that's all done for you. Okay, Excel did that. So basically, you just have to know what function you want to use and what range of cells you want to apply it to. So most people find functions much easier to use than formulas. And what we're going to be doing is opening up DW tests. And there are a lot of different ways to put functions in. I'm going to go ahead and enable. What we're going to do is move the active cell to where we want the result to go. So we want the result to go in E4. And then we're going to use the Insert Function button. So we're going to go ahead and click on it. And by default, it always shows you the most recently used function. If you click the arrow, you can actually select all functions. Or if you know what category the function falls under, you can limit what you see by category. And we are going to choose statistical. And we happen to want the average function. And you'll notice if you click on these different functions, it actually gives you a little description of what the function does. And that's actually quite helpful when you're new to Excel. In this case, we do know what function we want. We want the average function. So we're going to go ahead, select it, and click OK. Now this is going to display a function argument box, and you are supposed to give it the range of cells. And by default, it is assuming B4 through D4. And in our case, that is correct. Okay, so we do want it to average B4, C4, and D4. And that's what that range is telling us that it's going to do. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. Okay, and here it is giving us the average percent. And we are going to go ahead and fill this down. Use the fill handle. Okay, so you're positioning your mouse over the fill handle. And when you see the skinny plus sign, you're going to left drag down. Okay, and that copies that function down. And just like formulas, when it copies from one row to the next, it automatically adjusts the cell references. This is called relative cell addressing, and it is built into Excel. Excel is designed this way so we can copy our calculations. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hit save. And we need to adjust some of the scores. So down here on B9, changing it to 70. And then we're going to go to C9. And we're changing that to 70. And we're also changing D9 to 70. And as we make these changes, you will notice the average changing, because it is based on those values. And let's see, we're going to go to B10, and we're going to change that to 70. And then we're going to go down to B14, changing that to 70. Also D14, changing that. And then down to D16, and we're changing that to 70 as well. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and save.